Hi, welcome to Mopars R Us. How can I help you, sir?
Hey man, how much for oil change for my Scat Pack? Scat Pack right there, how much?
That'll be about $100.
$100? God dang man, that's like 12 and a half six-packs of PBR. I can't afford that. Not for the Scat.
Well, then why don't you just do it yourself?
Man, that's a great idea. Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it myself. You know any good how-to videos? Somebody that can teach me how to change oil in the Scat?
Sure, check out Mopar Life. He'll walk you through it.
Mopar Life? I like it already.
Welcome back to Mopar Life, and today we're going to change the oil in the 2019 Scat Pack wide body. It's very easy to do if you like wrenching on your cars, but you're not just super knowledgeable about how to do stuff, but you want to be. You can change your own oil. You don't have to go and let somebody else change it and watch them have all the fun of doing all the work of changing the oil. You could do it yourself. God, look at that 392. Look how beautiful that is. That is gorgeous. Let me show you what we're going to need to change the oil. Simple. All you need is a bunch of oil, a filter, and I have two of these little jacking lifts. I've never used these before because I never needed to, but with the Challenger, you can use the pinch welds, and so these are magnetic and they go up under there. And then of course an oil filter wrench. So we're about to get after it. I'm going to show you guys how to check your oil life left, because I just bought this car 3 weeks ago and went to check the oil life. It's down to 8%, and the way I drive it, it's probably down at 1% within less than a month. So because I definitely like to enjoy my Scat Pack. So let me go over real quick how to check the oil life, and then we'll get started. All right, when you get in your Scat Pack, go ahead and turn it to the run, and then let's go down our list and see where it says vehicle info. We're going to want to find where our oil life is, 7%. So that's how you figure out, well, it's time to change. I'm not sure exactly when it comes on, but now that I own the car, I'll be changing it at least every 3,000, or if I don't drive it that far in a year, then I'll just change it annually. That's what I usually do with all my sports cars, but at least it's nice to know on this one that you can monitor it if you want to. So we're at 7%. We'll change the oil, and I'll show you how to reset it back to 100 per. All right, if you look in the front of the car, you'll see a little indention right here, and I got my fancy new little pinch weld lift, magnetic. Boom, there it sits, ready to go. Keeps itself up there, and then I'll jack it up from there, and I'll put a jack under it. Okay, we're under the car, and look right here. You can see a little triangle right there. That's going to be where you want to put your jack. So I'll put my jack stand right there, and then I'll let it down, and it'll sit on this jack stand nice and secure. Then I'll do the other side. Okay, car is up on the jack stands, jacked up in the proper location. So now we just got to take this piece off right here, and I'll tell you guys how to do that right now. Okay, on this panel we got 4 bolts. There is 1, there is 2, 3, and 4 back there, and they're actually all labeled. You can see the number that says number 4. So we'll take these 4 off. Okay, now that we got all the bolts out, there it is, easy peasy. Okay, this is our drain plug, and we used, I forgot to mention, 10mm bolts, or 10mm socket for the 4 bolts we've already taken out, and this one is 13mm. So we'll get it loosened up. I'd already loosened it up before I started filming here, just FYI. And let's get this baby ready to go. Put some pressure on it to the last minute so it doesn't spit out all over you. Go! Alright, there it is. Still nice and warm. That's good. Woo! Okay, just pulled the drain plug, and after it has its initial spurt out, that's when I like to take this off and let the relieve some of the pressure. I don't like to do it beforehand. That's just my personal preference, so it doesn't just come gushing out all over everywhere, because it spits pretty far. So we'll let that drain, and then we'll do the oil filter. Okay, this thing is about done. So let's put our drain plug back in. And we'll tighten it up. It says 20 foot-pounds, I believe, is what the spec is on it. So we'll torque that down and then move on to the oil filter. Okay, we've got to get the filter out, and of course it's full of oil. And here's a little trick that I do, wherein I need to poke a little hole in the bottom of it. There, let it drain out. Then I'll pull the oil filter off, and hopefully it won't make a giant mess. Alright, let's take our oil filter wrench and get this old oil filter off. Okay, not bad. I think our little trick worked. Okay, before we put the filter on, I always put myself a little reminder up here. I don't like having them up in the window, so I put it up under the hood where car information goes. And then I also, for some reason, I don't know why I got in this habit, but I always write it on the bottom of the oil filter. I guess in case I ever forget, I can just look back. But anyway, we'll get our new filter, fill it up. Oops, I know you're pouring it the wrong way. And fill it up. And there we go. And we'll put a little bit around here on the gasket. There you go. And we'll go put our new filter in. Okay, let's put our new oil filter in there. I'll give it a half a turn and it'll be good to go. Well, with the oil filter tightened, we just need to pour in our 7 quarts of oil. So let's get all that in there and then do a oil pressure test and check for leaks before we button everything back up. Okay, before we put this bottom piece back on, let's start the car. Now we've got all the oil in it, and make sure we don't have any leaks from either the drain plug or the filter. Pressure, check your gauge, and it is up. So we're good. We'll check one more time for any leaks, and then we'll button the bottom back up. All right, here's the piece that goes on the bottom that says remove for engine service, and then torque the bolts to 35 inch-pounds. But they're numbered, so I'm going to put them in there just like it says. 1, 2, 3, 4 in that order. And then I'll just torque them down to whatever the hell I think 35 inch-pounds is. And then we'll be good to go. All right, now that we've got the oil pressure up and checked and everything's working, let's check that oil. Make sure it's right where it needs to be. I've lowered the car back down. It's on even ground. And let's check it. All right, beautiful. Perfect. And we're good to go. Okay, now we need to reset the light. So turn your car on to run. You got accessory and then run. And there we go. Now let's go to our vehicle info section that we want and find our oil life. And then see this OK button right here? Let's hold it down and see what happens. Okay, 100%. So we are back. Oil life is reset and we're ready to go. And now it's time to enjoy the hell out of this Scat Pack. So that's how you change the oil in your Dodge Challenger Scat Pack or Charger or really any car. It's all pretty straightforward. So if this video was helpful, then be sure and subscribe. And I appreciate you watching. Stick around for more Scat Pack content to come.